There is this super control-y triple blood Death Knight out there that's actually doing really strong right now, so in this video I'm gonna give you a guide about it, talk about mulligans, win rates, and everything you need to know to do well with as well as against it. So I hope you find the video helpful, but now let's get into the guide.
You are not prepared!
Here's the list I tried, and I think No Hands Gamer came up with it, and I gotta say the deck felt really nice. It is jam-packed with all sorts of removal and health gain, so it's really disgusting to face this one, not gonna lie, and you even have a couple of dirty rats with which you could be disrupting the opponent's hand, which is kinda huge. It is missing quite a few very important cards, however, which did catch me off guard, but we're no longer running the 1-mana 1/1s, we don't run Exarch Maladar in here, the Giants are missing obviously without him, no Feraka obviously, that's not shocking anymore, the Leeches are basically gone aside from the single copy of Infested Breath. So many different takes with this one, not gonna lie, but it does indeed have a lot of room for tons of tech cards, so that definitely does help. The two Dirty Rats can definitely fuck up a lot of opponents right now, including Discover Hunters, including Midrange Shamans, Quest Warriors even, and with the Steam Cleaner, again, you can fuck up Quest Warriors. As soon as they play their quest reward, you could do the delete with this guy. As soon as Midrange Shaman shuffles their weapon back into their deck, Steam Cleaner fucks it off. Actually, I'm not sure about that. Does it? As soon as you shuffle it back, does it? It still did start in the deck, didn't it? Maybe I'm wrong about that one, so keep that in mind. But to be fair, the mid-range Shaman is a pretty easy matchup with this one anyway, so who cares? This is also going to be very huge against things like Miracle Rogues, more like Psycho Rogues now we call them, and anybody who basically likes shuffling stuff in their deck. And this could help you against random bombs in your deck as well, from Bonsomnies and such, that kind of stuff. Anyway, going through the cards, we have a couple of orbital moves with which you could heal a ton, thanks to things like Wild Pyromancer, thanks to Nomelia, that kind of stuff. The Dirty Rats can be great at Disruption. Also, playing this guy early could just be a nice chunky taunt for you, but it obviously does run some risks. But playing this guy early against the Discover Hunter, for instance, would be great, because they don't really have anything that they're too happy about pulling early like that, and you do deny them some potential discovers. The Dreadhound Handler is still decent. It's only a single copy in here, but it still could help you take care of the early game. Same with Infested Breath. This is an absolute tempo killer for a lot of opponents early on. Poison Breath is amazing both on your Wild Pyromancer, on your Hero Power. Could also be on a Dreadhound Handler 1/1 or something. Couple of Empiric Bloods help you get out of range of a lot of OTKs. The Wild Pyromancer is gonna help you big time with the Poison Breath. But also don't forget you could give him a ton of lifesteal with the Orbital Moon, and that way you are gonna gain a lot of extra healing, because first you start with the Moon, then you give it the Poison Breath, and that is indeed great. Technically speaking, you could even cast a second spell after the Orbital Moon if you want a little bit of extra healing, and then on the Reborn, if you actually got Reborn onto this, then you could do the Poison Breath. But now that I said that, no, that doesn't really do all that much, because you're not gonna have the lifesteal on the Reborn anymore, so unless it does actually pop out a Death Rattle minion, that play doesn't make too much sense. The Vampiric Blood is very nice because it's gonna give you card draw, extra health, so it's a great way to cycle. Just don't forget to have the corpses for it, is something I forgot to say. The Chill Fallen Baron is gonna give you a lot of card draw. Single copy of Threads of Despair still is kinda nice in this one. You could be doing a lot of wonky things, including giving Threads of Despair to your Blob of Tar, or to the 1/2 that comes out of it. That way, basically, you do poison damage AoE, just like the Pyro plus Poison Breath kind of action, which is pretty huge. And it's also nice and sticky and prevents the opponent from advancing much. We have Elise the Navigator in here. A lot of the times, you could be using her for a copy of Blob of Tar, let's say. You could get yourself a copy of Nomelia, a copy of Ziliax. You could go for discovering a spell. Death Knight does have pretty lovely spells after all. The Rushers are nice, the extra damage could be nice, and in some cases even just gaining armor might be doing the trick for you. Husky Eternal is also a great way to actually deny a lot of people OTKs, so that would be very nice for you as well. And don't forget, once you actually do get killed and Husk revives you, you are gonna have a grand total of health as much as corpses you had, up to 20, so even if you're at 19 health, using Ziliax is not gonna heal you back to whatever the hell you've cheated out. It's gonna be just 20. Couple of Ashes of yours still make the cut in this one. You do get a lot of card draw, a lot of armor gain still. Single copy of Corpse Explosion helps you again with the removal. The Steam Cleaner, we already were over it. It does completely deny Warriors, because the game plan for Warriors against you would be to get the extra turn, and without that game plan, it's pretty over for them. Bob is great again for the freezing. In some cases, you might even try to draw a couple of minions out of your deck, and you could even try to get a copy of the opponent's minion. Like, for instance, if you're against the Warrior and they leave their quest reward, you could use Bob to get a copy of it. That could be pretty lovely. Nomelia is pretty decent decent. Like I said, you could be using Orbital Moon on her, but even without the moon, you still should be pretty good. Sadly, you cannot be doing Poison Breath on her because she's not an undead, but you could do Threat to Despair if that's gonna help you for even more AoE damage. Kill Jaden is another way to actually prevent the opponents from closing out the game for you in Fatigue, and it does prevent a lot of shuffle stuff into your own deck kind of deal. That is not a real tactic lately, it's just that sometimes things like one zombies could start shuffling bombs into you if they get that 8-drop, was it? Kerrigan can be pretty nice, gives you extra armor, gives you extra damage out of the hero power, and also the 2/5s on the board are pretty nice. Board presence, giving you a couple of extra minions as well. Essera still allows you to get a lot more mana. You don't really need to play her. We don't even have Narrowlex in this one, but getting 15 mana could be nice. Ziliax is great with Twin plus Perfect module, and Ceaseless Expanse could be a great way to clear the board and actually get some tempo going. Not too much matchups in this one, but honestly, Midrange Shaman did not feel like a bad matchup whatsoever, guys, so I'm not sure how these stats are represented here, but I really feel Midrange Shaman is a great favorite matchup for you with this one. But let's see what the mulligans are looking like going first. Here's what the stats are showing. Try to get yourself card draw, a little bit of early game removal. At least the Navigator could be great. Blob of Tar as well. Husk early, not the worst thing in the world, like just get him out of here. Get that Death Rattle going. In the end of the day, you don't need the 20 corpses when you play this guy. You need him when you die the first time, so that's pretty decent. And I guess people were also holding on to Ancient of Yore going first. I mean, if you're curving into it, maybe, but usually probably not so much. On the coin, again, try to look for the good early game aggression removal, the card draw, the Elise, the blob, that kind of stuff. All around, this is a Death Knight deck, so obviously it's gonna be expensive, because Control-y Death Knight decks do be like that, but it is definitely pretty enjoyable, so if you're into that shit, might want to give it a try. Hope you enjoyed the guide, and if you did, a like and subscribe would be great. But now let's check out some of my games on my road back to top 1k legend. Hope you enjoy. Okay. Got a Shaman. I like that. Yeah, do be like that, man. Do be like that. Yeah, I have myself LTD. And honestly, definitely was a pretty good decision making one of those, because a lot of opportunities with that one. Quite a lot of opportunities. Glad I made that leap. It was pretty scary at first, but no regrets. No regrets. Sadly, no. I do need that card to be a lot more involved in my firm for it to be worth including it as a write-off. But taxes in Bulgaria are actually pretty okay. They're about to get a little bit less okay, but still pretty okay compared to everybody else. Would have been nice to write it off, but it also involves a lot of extra documentation and crap. Was not the brightest idea according to my accountant, so decided to go with her on that one. Oof, this is gonna be fucky. If this lands on the above the bumblings, this is gonna be insane. Poison off the top wouldn't be the worst, but I don't know, Chief. I guess I can just do Blobby Boy. Yeah, it's Bulgaria, man. Bulgaria's my area. Yeah, we had quite the chat with mine yesterday. Quite eye-opening stuff. Okay, thank fuck it's not on the double up crap. Let's just go ahead with Blobby Boy. The 7 connects.
The sands speak, and I listen.
What's it gonna be, bud? Diseases? I don't even know, dude. Huh? I mean, I guess it makes some sense for now. Use against fire. Let's get some cyclage going. We're gonna eat a bag of X next turn, but let's see if we can find the Pyro. There he is. Now can we find some of that poison ooze? We do have 2 of those in there. Next turn I'm gonna bob it up. Yeah, close enough. That Ember gives me more card draw next turn. Let's bob it up, bob it and weave it. That's something to look forward to. Mildly annoying, but he doesn't kill it. Not that it matters, but still. There's that Venomous. Thanks for that game. Appreciate ya. Appreciate ya. The waiting is over. Now let me gain some healthage. Husky boy also in the hoose. Okay, next turn he has the big man. Do we go with Husk? Yeah, I'm definitely not riding with him having 2 8/8s in there. Let's go for the 5 mana, I guess. Let's just get this guy in. It's not like we're gonna die anytime soon, but it's also nice having it. We are gonna load up the corpses real soon. Even if it was just the 1/8/8, I'm definitely not risking. We don't care about his shutter. Heck, there's nothing he wants to shutter right now too much. Well, the 8/8s, sure, but it's not a big deal. That's not bad at all. It's not that good though. But I could use it. That plus Dreadhound Handler is a full clear. Alternatively, I could also Terror Run plus Dreadhound Handler. I'm gonna do that. Get them corpses on. Just killing everything. Okay. Good luck with that. It's not so bad, not so bad. Could also destroy his weapage. Dragon right now feels okay. I'm gonna just do that. I don't care about his weapon that much. The shoe is on the other foot. The Dirty Rat is something you play only against some really important cards. We were losing on tempo there, so we can't really pretend removing value from here is gonna help us there. All we had to do was not die to death, and I think we are in the clear now. This is almost lethal. By almost, I mean it's pretty lethal. Tons of damage right there. That was fun, but not for him. Didn't even come down to Zilly at the end. Jamoncito.
Let the hunt begin. You will know pain.
Okay. Not gonna hold on to any of that. Even though might turn out important, but we don't want to fall on the board first. And having 2 Vampiric Bloods would have been pretty shit. This Dirty Rat could fuck him up nicely.
Greetings, traveler.
Honestly, I could even try my luck with Dirty Rat next turn. Yeah, do be like that. Do be like that. Do I ever Dirty Rat? Like, imagine if we pull his 3-4. I'll try. Not the best, not the worst. He definitely didn't want this guy on the board this early. Also having a 2-6 here, not the worst either. Well, sadly he still has his... Sadly he still has both of them. Pretty much, Valley, pretty much. But he did turn out to have a good outcome out of it. I was kind of lucky for him to discover a second one of those. I'd rather keep on cycling. I'm not gonna just hero power that and feel fine about it. Well, he's curving. He's curving alright. I need one more corpse for my Vampiric to work. He's gonna have to work quite a lot against me. This is gonna gain an absurd amount of health against this guy, so he won't be able to snipe me too easily with his Grifter shenanigans. Extra Knight say Ancient of Yore ought to be fine. It better be, because I'm doing it. That ain't too bad, but not really. Doesn't do much against this guy, unless he has Incendious in there. Some do run it. Okay, let's go. Well, I can, thanks to his positioning, I can no melee in the middle. He positioned poorly, unless he has the 2/4s, which he can't play right now, by the way. Okay. Well, let's do that then. No melee, me dude. Some of them positioning mishaps. Could have used the location as a separator, decided not to. Why would I do such a thing, avoid? That's never the play. Especially against this guy. Why would I do such a thing? Dude's not very happy. There's them 2/4s he just top decked. Not much for me to play here, huh? Not much for me to play here, huh? Honestly, I could just tempo out this Steam Cleaner. Even if he does have Incendious, it's not a big deal. I'll just tempo it as a 5/5, do nothing.
Sisters, my arrows shall strike down.
Okay. Well, he definitely got lucky with them sisters. A little bit too lucky. Fuck. Could just bob this real soon. I'll just do this for now. That ain't too bad either. I think I can bob this. It's not amazing bob play, but something. Having a grand total of 50 health does help. We have the pyro shenanigans. I'll just do this for now. I'm gonna maximize on my healing potentials. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Gotta be really far off range for him. Next turn, a Sarah might be a play. If he doesn't push too hard.
These could belong to a brand new species.
Who could put a price?
Please don't get lucky. Anything but the 6 damage. Doesn't seem like he got the 6 damage, so we're in the clear. We better be. We better be. Draw's fine. Could still try to bounce it. See if he can fucking do it again.
I moves quickly. I should eat you.
A lot of card draw. Did he get the bouncy boy? Didn't. That's gonna be a clutch discover for him. And he's still burning a top keck. Corpse Explosion is not very amazing right now, but it might be the way to go. Leaves the Grifta alive, which I'm really not a big fan of, so I might have to combo some crap. I mean, Threads into Corpse Explosion does clear. Feels bad, but I don't have anything that feels good right now. This can is clunky as fuck. Well, that was a good burn. That was one extra way for him to do damage to me. So I think he should be well on his way. Fuck-offingly.
Sisters, my arrows shall strike
Okay, 6 more damage like that. Potential 3 more damage like that. Question is, does he have his pupils to see some of that damage? Hero Parent to Threads. That was not gonna be a clear, man. I couldn't attack the 3-2 minion there, so that was only gonna deal 1 damage AoE, and I would have gone fucked. Okay. That's cute. Could use this to heal a bunch again. Could go with a Sarah for the extra mana right about now. With a Sarah, I'm gonna have 5 mana, which is exactly enough for the combo. I'll do that, it's even extra healing, so.
all are nourished from the second remove.
It's decent, it's decent. At this point, I'm kind of playing with my food. If this guy's running Incendious, I'm not even sure he's running Arcane Shots. But all in all, I think we got him. Wouldn't mind getting another Dirty Rat, I can tell that much. I think I'd consider drawing a bunch. Gotta go face first, of course. Technically speaking, if I kill Jaden, this just draws me a card, but it's not that amazing. I'd rather try and draw something from my own deck. Not sure what his game plan could be anymore. I don't think he has one anymore. Doesn't look like he's playing the version with Elise either. If he has the Brewmaster, that means he doesn't have room for the rest of the crap. I think. Bartender Boob. Okay, plays me another target for silly. I'm down with that. No, bro. Let's go on, Tiara. This Dirty Rat ought to put the last bullet in his head. The final nail in his head, guys.
These could belong to a brand new species.
Species.
I found a sea urchin.
It will find it.
I found a sea urchin.
Oh, he's getting some damage like that, but nothing too fancy. I guess he's just gonna show me how little damage he has.
Drink with me, friend.
Yeah, not even close, bud. And missing the 6 damage was the real fuck up. If this was dealing 6 damage a pop, things could have been a bit different. Could have been a bit different, but they ain't. It's quite the board he builds. Quite the board he built, but still.
Almost out of cards.
Okay. Let's get under 2k again.
For Doomhammer, you will know pain.
Against this Shaman, honestly, I'm even gonna hold on to the Pyro. Might end up being very important. Let's go like this. Haven't seen a single Quest Warrior, by the way. As soon as I switch to Quest Warrior, I'll see everybody, though. Do be like that. That ain't bad at all. This single-handedly wins so many aggro matchups. French accent? I don't think so, bud. I'm not gonna use my infested breath tempo-y.
The citadel stands strong.
This guy's taking it slow. That is the opposite of what he needs to be taking it with. Let's tempo this guy. Ah, I guess. Now that you said it. Now that you said it. There's something of the sort. Ew. See what that draw doing. You can almost kill everything here, but can't. Ah, fuck yeah. Let's do it like this. It's kinda taunting him, you know?
I never make two trips.
Ew. Threads of Despair might handle that though. Dirty Rat even. But if I Dirty Rat and then Freds and that pulls the 8/8s, what'd that Fred do? Because I won't have enough mana for a hero pair, just being 3 mana now. If I attack into the 4/4, that won't kill the 8/8s. Odds of it pulling the 8/8 is not that big though. Let me go ahead and do it. Even if it does, it's not the end of the world. There you go. I like that.
That's incredible.
Thanks, guy. I was going for incredible. We knew he had another potential bumbling bellhop. Turns out it's probably Murloc Grofin. Sure. I'll just your hero power this turn. Next turn we might go with the poisonous. He does have the coin for 8/8, so he might be tempoing. And this is great because the Yor doesn't even die to the Venomoose. And I'll even be able to play Elise. What are you doing, Stub, bro? Didn't go for the 8/8s. Kinda sus, but can't blame him. Go for 5 mana here, don't want to go too hard. Even the hero power could be a copy. I guess. That helps. Order daddy. Could just Yor again. Keep that cyclage going. Kerrigan also gives a good amount of armor and a good amount of crap. Could go with the +2 next turn, that'd be a lot of damage. I'm gonna go with this though. Yeah, that could help. Next to no melee, especially if he goes with some minions. We back to full. Discover a spell on Death Knight. Way things are going, I didn't care too much about Discover a spell there. I was looking for the rushers, because we were expecting him to be playing his 8/8s. Yeah, that's a nasty amount of damage for our body. Please put a minion on. If he doesn't, I'm just gonna play Kerrigan for armor. Yeah, there you go, there you go. Could also just Kerrigan here, you know. Kerrigan here also makes a good amount of sense. I'm gonna do that. There you go. There's the man of the hour too. Gosh, he should definitely be on his merry way now. Burning another top deck here for another Zerg, but I guess I could have just traded first. I don't know. It's kind of whatever at this point, if we gotta be honest. If we gotta keep it real. Who the fuck runs this? I guess he's running the slower variant. Okay, let's go. Denies me all of that healage, but I'm just gonna get no melee healage instead. Kinda wish I didn't burn that. Kinda. Can deal a buttload of damage with these. Machine Gun Zergy. If this board sticks next turn, we can just tear the shit out of him. Should be dawning on him that this is never gonna come home for him. Really soon. The big old beating stick. Does need to gain some sustain here. That ain't it. Well, GG then, kind sir. GG, governor. You don't understand, guys. It's more damage like this. I don't know, I felt like being a dick. It's not like he didn't know I have lethal already, basically. Fun, fun. Kind of fun like that. Hey, thank you very much for the Prime, STL. Appreciate ya. Did we get a notification for that? It's against the Rogue. I can Steam Cleaner Dagarona. Crap if I feel like it, but I honestly don't. And it could actually end up being just cycle. Some of that bicycle Rogue. Yep. He's gonna be bicycling. Okay, let's go. Decent burn right there. I can dirty rat. Pick his game plan apart. Sick. This guy's not having fun. He has to shadow step that, he's already at a loss. And he is. Okay. This guy is not allowed to have any fun, guys. I can frickin' do it again. This is disgusting, dude. Oh, wow. Okay. Yes. Dubious. Nope. But it could be a dubious with extra steps. It ain't. Played it without the combo? Okay. Okay. This time for real, though. With the full leech life. Okay, still managed the tempo quite decently. Quite decently. At some point, this Steam Cleaner is gonna win the whole thing. I could just do it right now for the 2 asteroids he has in. Honestly, I don't have much to do right now, so I'm kind of doing it for the tempo. Still kind of okay. Not amazing, but not the worst. It's kind of fine. Nothing but a face tang. Okay, well, that's how you want to play it. I can do a little bit of this. Playing well, not much. Not much. We're definitely lacking a lot of good stuff here, though. Definitely lacking a lot of the good stuff, but we definitely had quite a lot of good stuff in the early, too. Oh shit, he's running that. I'm in danger. I am not the danger.
Almost out of cards.
Dude is actually gonna clutch it, huh? Bob off the top would be lovely. Corpse explosion, that kind of shit. There you go, something. Problem is, Incendious is gonna be pain.
I'm out of cards.
Rot number 802, welcome to the collection.
Let's try with spell damage, I'm in danger. Ancient of yours kinda decent. Let's see. He is not gonna be able to spell damage it at least, so it's only 10 damage to the move. Okay, a little bit of healthage. Does he have double of this in there?
Almost out of cards. I'm out
Be a
of
lot
cards.
cooler if he didn't.
Let's put a smile on that face.
Gotta go like this. Okay. That helps. Among other things, that helped.
I did.
Yeah. Well, that was quite the lucky top deck at the end. Props to this guy for actually almost clutching this one, not gonna lie. I thought we were running miles around him, but he actually did manage to bring it close to home there. He had us for a second. Okay, all around great deck, that's for sure. Still strong as fuck, yeah, we dipped under top 2k with it too. Cannot complain.